He loves talking to the reporters on Air Force One. For whatever reason, after the White House had been trying to keep it swept under the rug, he revealed that he had an MRI when he had that physical and revealed that he took a cognitive test, which he aced, of course, much more so than any dumb lady Democrat.
Donald Trump has long guarded his public image like a fortress. He can shrug off a policy critique, but when a story pokes at his origins or the myth of his innate greatness, his response shifts. That is exactly why one late-night segment transformed into a national sensation within hours. But before we dive in, I have a quick question for those tuning in. What country are you watching from? The moment kicked off with Jimmy Kimmel stepping onto the stage holding nothing but a weathered folder. There was no grand scandal revealed, no promise of a massive leak.
This is a dramatized
Instead,
retelling
he
inspired by
wanted
public
to highlight a detail from Trump's high school years, one that is rarely mentioned because it contradicts the legend Trump works so hard to sell. This account is a dramatized retelling fueled by public rhetoric and well-known biographical reports, rather than a claim of private records. The weight of the segment came from the contrast. Kimmel's steady delivery and simple evidence clashing with a public figure who hates losing control of the narrative. Kimmel started with a common observation. Trump consistently portrays himself as a self-made, disciplined winner destined for success from the start. After playing a montage of Trump boasting about being the best even decades ago, the crowd laughed. Then Kimmel pivoted.
Maintenance work being done while Trump was off on one of his many golf weekends, but Trump is even contradicting his own White House now.
There's a video that is circulating online now of the White House where a window is open to the residence upstairs and somebody is throwing a big bag out the window. Have you seen this?
No, that's...
He noted that during Trump's teens, his parents enrolled him in a military boarding school, the New York Military Academy. Kimmel didn't frame this as a disgrace, he framed it as a revelation. He pointed out that biographical profiles often describe the move as an effort to force structure onto a young man who constantly pushed his luck. He paused, allowing the audience to process the implication. Discipline wasn't something Trump created, it was something forced upon him. Kimmel kept his tone light. He wasn't there to judge a teenager, but to challenge the adult's narrative. If the Trump brand is "I've always been the boss," why does his history involve adults stepping in to place him under rigid authority? The crowd murmured before breaking into laughter. The school itself wasn't the punchline, the gap between the myth and the reality was. Kimmel held up what he called old clippings and biographical snippets. There was nothing secret about them, they were just the facts available to anyone looking past the slogans. He joked that the greatest threat to a loud ego is a quiet timeline. The point that hit home most was Kimmel's final framing. He said, Trump loves labeling others as weak, but the most honest part of his story might be this. Even his own family thought he needed help learning self-control.
I made a list. This is all in the last 2 months. I made you a quick list. I will run through it. He paved over the Rose Garden. He's building a golden ballroom at the White House. He's planning a UFC fight at the White House. He cut off Kamala Harris's Secret Service protection. He named himself host of the Kennedy Center honors. He went to Alaska to bend over